Okay, so in this video, we're going to be going over how to create a lead form. This is where we're going to collect the people which have clicked on the ad and shown interest. We're going to collect their contact details so that our client can contact them further down the line, and we can automatically integrate them with Go High Level so that we're way more likely to book jobs for our client. So it's easy to create a lead form which has a lot of volume. You want to make sure that you do it really well with higher intent, because that way you want to reduce the amount of leads, but you also want to increase the amount of jobs booked. So I've said this before, you don't want a million jobs, a million leads coming in, but only booking them 1 or 2 jobs. You'd rather have 3 leads come in, but book them 2 jobs, because it's less work for our client and it's more efficient. So I'll just cancel that now, sorry. So you've come into the ad, you've typed in your copy, you've uploaded your videos and all of that. And now you want to go down and you want to click create form. You want to name the form something relevant. So I'd always write in the client's name and then OCM, or for me, it's OCM, OC marketing. For you, just the shortened version of your agency name or even the whole name, it doesn't really matter. And then just the date. So right now it's the 23rd of February, and you want to click higher intent. Like I said, you want to have the most amount of quality leads possible. You don't want loads of crappy leads. So intro, then click on this bit called intro. I always leave the background image because it's going to use the same image or creative which you've used in the ad, and then it's going to make sure there's coherency between the two, because you don't want people clicking on the ad, seeing a completely different image and thinking they've clicked on the wrong thing. You want to keep it as coherent as possible throughout the lead collecting process. So next, the headline. I am going to be copying a lead form which I've done previously for a last client because I couldn't remember it off the top of my head, but this is going to be in my niche only. So for me, it's get your free roof cleaning quote below, but in your case, obviously use your brain, change this to what's going to work best for your client, but follow the same formula because it generates really high quality leads through this formula of creating lead forms. So obviously change this to what's going to work for you, and then please answer 2 quick questions in the description. We're going to copy and paste that in, and then the down pointing emojis work really well. It just keeps people in the funnel and they're going to scroll straight down and know where they're meant to go. So get your free roof clean quote. People know that they've clicked on the right thing. It's got the same background image, so people aren't confused. They know where to go. And then you just let them know that they have to answer 2 quick questions to get your quote. You can make this free. I wouldn't go any more than 3, just because you don't want it to be really hard to get a quote or to get the offer or whatever your ad is promoting, whatever the call to action is. However, I wouldn't have no questions at all. I've tried this, and for me, it just meant the leads we were getting were cheaper, but they were just bad quality. It was the wrong phone number. It weren't even interested in the services. They were just trying to window shop and see how much a quote would be. They weren't actually interested in the service. Obviously, you get a lot of people that aren't actually interested, but this significantly reduced it by adding a few questions. It just increases the intent levels, and it just, I haven't even got to the point where I'm using the questions in Go High Level. Like, the questions are just there as a little barrier to entry, so not anyone can just click and get a quote straight away. They have to actually have gone through the questions and answered it. And I really recommend doing this no matter what niche you're in. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about creating the questions. You just click on questions, click add question, and then you can type in the question here. For me, it was my time frame for this roof clean is, and then copy and paste that in. I really recommend this. I think it was Samuel Darby who I kind of copied this off. His lead questionnaire was, it's not so much a question, it's more saying my time frame or my budget or my, what's the next one called? The size of the job I need doing. It's very personal to the person, and it doesn't just seem as much as like, what's your budget? What's the time frame? And it's gonna, I can't explain it. It just seems to work better like that way. And then I'm gonna write in a few answers. We want it to be multiple choice. We don't want it to be some random. You don't want people writing in some random answers. You just want it to be 3 multiple choice questions, which for me that is immediately, within 2 months. And then if you click add here, you add another answer, or after 2 months. So like I said, I never really look at these. I can see them in the lead form if I want to, but it's not really important. It's just a barrier to entry, so not anyone can just come in and get a quote. And then I'm going to add one more question. Like I said, please answer 2 quick questions. That doesn't seem like a lot. I don't think it's going to put a lot of people off, especially if they are actually interested in my client's services. The next question I ask is the size of the job I need doing is roughly. Again, you can see it's not a direct question. It's more of it's like going into their thought process. They're gonna not look, you know what I mean? And it just sounds good. Like it's better than just direct questions, which is going to put people off answering. And then the final tip I can give is, so there's the 2 questions. I've got the size of the job I need doing is roughly small, medium, and large. I'll get into that final tip in a sec. But in the meantime, change these questions to whatever's going to suit your agency and your client's niche. You might even want to ask your client, is there a couple questions you'd like to know about each lead before they come in? But don't have more than 3 questions. You don't want to make it impossible for someone to become a lead because, it's going to put people off and you're going to have a really high cost per lead and your client's not going to be very impressed. But another tip I can give is when you get to so you've done the questions, now you're getting to the pre-fill questions, which is where we gather the contact information. Now you have a description bit. How I was saying, the questions on like direct questions, it's like my time frame or the size of the job I need doing. So it's like their thoughts. Here underneath description, I'm not sure, like this is probably a done thing, but I wasn't doing this when I first started and it definitely really helped. Underneath where it says description, you want to write in some details about me, ... Not give me your contact details. You want to make it relaxed, easy, just a few details about me. And then underneath it will say your client's name may need to contact you to follow up. They're not thinking, oh God, I'm going to be pestered by these people. It's just a few details about me. And psychologically, I definitely think that really helps. So the contact information I collect, now I've been saying this might not be the best way to do it. It's just how I do it and how I get results, is the full name. I used to just do first name, but the lead quality weren't great. And some people just enter in their first name anyways. And then I add a category, contact fields, phone number. That's it. Now, people might say I'm better off collecting email as well, but I've never found the follow-up sequences through Go High Level using email to be that great anyways. And people will just respond to a text far quicker. So from that, privacy policy, there's a review page. It will review their information and then it will say privacy policy underneath. Copy and paste in your client's privacy policy, which I can't do because this isn't a real client. But if you pause a sec, I just get a random link, to be honest. I'll do this. I'll just paste this in for now, but make sure you get the actual privacy policy of your client. And then just link this as client's name, privacy policy. So to actually say client's name, privacy policy, change client's name to your actual client's name, and link their privacy policy here. No one's really going to click on this, but it's worth doing anyways. And then the review screen, obviously this is to make sure that the intent of the leads is higher. People can review their information, their full name and their phone number, make sure it's actually their full name and their phone number. And at every point in this, people which aren't interested have a chance to click off. So they have a chance to not answer the intro questions. They have a chance to not give their contact details, and they have a chance to not review their contact details after that. So this is good because it just means that we're getting rid of those crappy leads that our clients don't want to deal with anyways. So after that, message for the leads. Can I just say I'm going to this page because it's the lead form which I've set up for another client. And I just use the same one and I couldn't remember it off the top of my head. So I'm basically just copy and pasting it. So the first thing is thanks, you're all set. Don't change that. I think it sounds quite good. And then after that, I put this. we will contact you within 24 hours to provide you with your quote. So this isn't great because some of the words start with capitals and some don't, but we'll change that. And the reason I say this is because our clients now know, or the people that have become leads now know that they're going to be contacted by us. And also we contact them within 5 minutes. So it makes them feel special because we said we'll contact you within 24 hours, but we're actually going to contact them straight away because it's basically automatic. So then paste in, don't change the call to action, paste in your client's website. I'll just do this again because it doesn't really matter. Because this isn't a real client, and then press publish. So image is required if user upload image is selected is context card for lead ads. Okay, so it doesn't usually say this, but I'll just upload a random image for now. If it does say this, just create a quick image which is related to the video ad on Canva. Literally just screenshot the video ad, because that will just make sure there's coherency between the two. But generally, I've never had this problem before, but if it does say this, go into Canva, make an image size 1200 by 628 and upload that using the image which is in the ad. So leads aren't confused when they click on get quote or get offer, and then it's a completely different image and they think they've clicked on the wrong place. So make sure there's coherency between the two. But for now, I just uploaded a random image. Don't have SMMA made simple with a roof clean quote. It wouldn't make sense. So press publish. And now, if you've been following the steps, obviously don't have this. I should have just made an image, but I can't be bothered. So make sure this image is related to the ad. I'd literally just screenshot this part of the ad and upload it. It'll be fine. It doesn't have to stretch the whole way down the lead form. So now you have your ad, the lead form, good target audience. You can go ahead and just press publish. And in the next video, I'm going to be telling you, it's going to be a really, really short video, what you should do to make sure that the ads get approved without making the whole campaign running. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll see you in the next one because it will be quite important if you don't quite know what you're doing when you're in the Facebook Ads Manager. So yeah, if you made it this far, like and subscribe. If I didn't explain anything well, just drop me a message or a DM. I'll leave my Instagram in the description or even a comment. And yeah, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.